Hey guys, welcome back. Today's video is going to be on some new Nars products, and I got two palettes from the Sephora website. This one is a cheek and highlight palette. It's just called cheek palette. And then this one is a trio, and it comes with a highlight, a blush, and a bronzer in here. So this one is a little trio palette, and it comes in the rose gold packaging. It has like some studs. I don't know what else you would call them, but it is such a nice, pretty packaging. And inside it comes with a blush, a bronzer, and a highlight. I actually have this shade of blush already in my collection as a single, so I'm not going to be using that one today, but I am going to be using the bronzer and most likely the highlight in here. And then this one comes with 4 blushes and 2 highlights. So these are the blushes in here. This is just like a their face blush palette pretty much for the holidays. This one has the same type of packaging except it's silver and red, and I think it looks so beautiful. I think it's like a really nice packaging to have, and it just looks different from anything else that I have, so I don't know, I thought that was really nice. Like, it's pretty cool. I like the colors. I like the silver one, I like the rose gold one, and they're just really nice. So what I'm gonna do is apply as many products as possible on my face, and like I said, I'll still be showing you swatches towards the end of the video. So yeah, I'm gonna bring you in closer. And now that I'm thinking about it, I have not bought any Nars products in a long time. I don't remember what was the last thing I bought. But anyways, the first product that I'm gonna use is gonna be from the rose gold palette, and I'm gonna use the bronzer that's in here. I think this is a bronzer that they already have. What is it called? It is called Laguna. Yeah, it's already one that they have, and I have never used it before, so I'm excited to try it. So I'm just gonna take it a little bit like this with my Real Techniques brush. This is a foundation brush actually, but I always use it for bronzer, so I'm just gonna go ahead and apply that there. Oh, that looks really pretty. I didn't think it was gonna show up the way that it did on the first application. I look really white on my face since I don't have any color on. I just have like foundation, and I baked and everything, so that actually looks really pretty. And I like barely touched the brush there whenever I was gonna do contour, but I was like, nah, I just really want to show the bronzer a little bit more. So this is the bronzer color, and it looks really nice on me. I feel like it blended out pretty easily, and it showed up pretty quickly. I thought I was gonna build it up a little bit more, but no, I didn't have to. So this is the bronzer side, and then this is without anything. Like I said, I put a little bit of contour, like barely anything there, so that looks good. I'm happy with the bronzer. It's not like too warm or too cool tone, so it works for me. Okay, so like I said, I'm not gonna use this blush because I already have used that blush before, so I'm not like really excited about that one. The one that I am excited for though is this one right here. It's like a red, actually both of these have like it's like a ruby color. Kind of reminds me of the shades that you get in the Huda Beauty Ruby Obsessions palette. That's what that reminds me of. So I'm gonna take my little blush brush, and I think I'm gonna apply this one on top on this cheek, and let's just see how pigmented it is. And what I also like about it is that look at the way that the texture is on the blushes. Like, it just looks really cute, and it goes with like the outside of it. So let me just go ahead and get a little bit. I'm using my JH04 by Morphe, and I'm just gonna apply this right here. It does have a little bit of shimmer in it. Get a little bit more, and I also like that the palette has a really big mirror. Get just a tiny bit more up here. It's not too shimmery, but it's not just matte either, so I like how it is in between. So that is that blush. I think it looks pretty. But on the other cheek, I'm gonna try a different one. I'm just gonna get a different brush. So then I'm gonna use the bright one right here in the corner, and that one looks to be like a little bit more purple, maybe more like red at purple. I don't really feel like anything's coming off. Why? Okay, well, let's see how it looks on my cheek. I'm just gonna Okay, so I can see it. I wasn't seeing it whenever I was, because it's not a powdery palette. There's like no kick up at all. I don't feel like you can see much of a difference from each cheek. Maybe this one's a tiny bit more purple, but very, very minimal of a difference. Let me apply a little bit more of this one on this side. There you go. So you can see it, but it's not very different from this side. So I mean, it's up to you. And those are the two blushes. And then the highlight that I want to try first is this one right here, because it just looks so nice. And let's see if it gives us a nice glow. So all I'm gonna do is just stick my brush in there. Okay, this one's a little bit powdery. I can see a little bit of the shimmer around the pan. Okay, so that is showing up. It does look nice. It's not like extremely glowy, but it shows up. And then on the other side, I'm gonna use the white one to give that one a try. And I'm using a different brush here. This is the Anastasia highlighting brush. Okay, this one gives kind of like a pink tone, pink shimmer to it. This one doesn't. This one looks more like a champagne-y kind of golden, not golden, but it's just more like a champagne. It's not white, but it's not pink, and it's also not gold. It's just like kind of in between of all of those. And then I'm gonna try this highlighter right here, which I also have never used, and I'm gonna go ahead and take a little brush for that because I'm gonna use it for my smaller highlighting areas, and I'm gonna apply it right here on my nose. Okay, so the first time that I applied it, I couldn't really see it, but now I can. It's a little bit, it gives me like a little bit of like a pink shadow. It's on my skin tone though, so maybe for you it would be a little bit different, but it does look like that just a tiny bit. Because whenever I look up, like at an angle, I can see the line, and to me it just gives me like a pink shadow, dark effect. I'm not sure if you understand what I'm saying, but I'm pretty sure you do, because we all have those highlighters that just does not work with our skin tone. So let me apply this on my Cupid's bow. It looks pretty and very glowy, but it for sure just looks like a little bit too shadowy. I feel like my camera is so bright. So yeah, this is probably gonna be a highlighter that doesn't really work with my skin tone, at least not on my nose, because whenever I have a shadowy effect on my nose, it makes my nose look kind of flat on top, like it's not really highlighting it, to where if you contour and you highlight, it makes it look thin, you know, it just kind of makes it look like flat, like my foundation rubbed off or something, which is kind of weird, but that is something that happens. I'm gonna go back into this one right here, and I'll apply this on my brow bone with just like a fluffy blending brush. Yeah, that looks pretty. I think that one's my favorite one. So I'm just gonna go over the bridge of my nose with this white pink one. Okay, so that did fix it a little bit. It makes it just look a little bit more highlighted rather than like that shadow effect. Whatever is left on here, I don't remember what color it is, but I'm just gonna apply that champagne color and just apply it on my nose. I mean on my nose, what the heck? On my forehead. Okay, so that is the highlight all over my face. I know I used a whole bunch of different ones, like all three of the highlights that I have, but I really wanted to see what tone would look better on me, and I honestly feel like this one right here is like a very good highlight for me. Maybe this one is nice too, but it just gives more of that pink highlight, and I don't always want a colorful highlight, so whenever I don't, I think this one is just like a good color for me. Okay guys, so those are all the shades that I could possibly use in one video. So I did like both of the blushes that I use. I also like that they're not super shimmery and they're not super powdery. I think I said that already, because I mean you can't even see anything. I couldn't even tell if the brush was picking it up, you know? So they're not very powdery at all. Those are the two that I used, and then the peach one is also really nice. It has like this real peach tone, like it's not too orange or too pink, it is like just a peach tone, and I think that also goes good with a lot of skin tones. And then the last one is, it looks light pink in the pan, but whenever I swatch it, it looks more like a Barbie pink. So it is a nice little shimmery pink. None of these blushes are mattes, just so you know, they're all shimmery. And then of course the two highlighters that I already used today. So I think I like this one a lot better. I mean, liking one product out of 3. Like I said, the blush is not bad. I have it in a single, so I mean, I bought it for a reason. It was because I did like it, but I know that it works for me because I've used it many times. And then the bronzer is also really good. The highlight in here does not work for me. I feel like it's just a little too deep and it gives me that shadowy effect. It could be the tone, you know, sometimes there are some light pink, light champagne, light gold, you know, there's different tones of the same exact shades. So it could be whatever it is. Like, it's a little bit too deep for me and it gives me this shadowy effect. I was okay with buying the entire palette because I knew that at least I would be using 2 new products. We have My Skin Tone. The blush will work for you, and also the bronzer, but not the highlight. So it's really up to you if you want to get this palette for that. But again, the pink blush in here, it is a really regular pink. Like, there are many tones just like this everywhere else, so you'd probably just be getting this palette for either the packaging or the bronzer in there. So the bronzer is really nice. Like, I really did like it. And then this one was my favorite out of the 2 products. Like I said, the blushes worked out really nice for me. I think that they're a nice quality. They're not super shimmery. The blushes in the highlighters in here are nice on My Skin Tone. I like them, but the white one does give that pink effect. And then this one I think is just like very wearable. Like, on My Skin Tone, it's not like too gold, too pink, or too white. It's like right in between, and it really works for me. So anyways, guys, that is pretty much it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching another one, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.